Hey everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to make a necklace and a pair of earrings today, and I'm going to use some of the beads that came in the most recent Curated bead box, the one for August 2025. It's called Notes of Sepia. I have a coupon code for the Curated bead box. It's Teresa35, and I'll put it on the screen here and in the description box below, along with a link to the page to sign up for the subscription if you're interested. The coupon will save you 35% off your first box if you sign up. So in here I've got the 8mm Jasper style glass beads that came in the box. And here I've got the 10mm black semi-matte glass beads that came in the box. I've got a couple of links from my stash. I'm not sure, these might have come in a previous Curated bead box. I don't know. I can't remember. I've got some bead caps from my stash. I've got some of the note music charms that came in the box, and one of the clef music charms that came in the box. And I've got a lobster clasp. I've got some chain. I've not cut it yet because I don't know how much I'm going to need, if any. I've got some fishhook ear wires. And here I've got some jump rings. I've got a couple of 8mm jump rings, a bunch of 4mm jump rings, and a few of the 6mm jump rings that came in the box. I've got some pieces of 22 gauge German style wire and some eye pins. And I'll be using all the same jewelry tools that I always use. And I have my little New Orleans shot glass to put my wires in when I cut them off. I think that's everything. I'll try to find links and put links to everything I'm using in the description box below. Everything that didn't come in the box. So hold on, I'll get some of this out of the way. Okay, I've got some of my, or all of my beads out here now. And I'm going to make some links. I've got one of each link that I'm going to be making already made, because I made them when I was playing around trying to decide how I wanted to do this. So I'm going to make one of each with you all, and then I'll do the rest of them off camera. So I've got my piece of 22 gauge wire. It's a little over 3 inches. I'm going to go down about an inch. Bend the wire over at a 90-degree angle. Take my round nose pliers and put them in the crook of the bend. Round nose pliers facing me. Bend the wire back until it hits the tool. Rotate the pliers till they're facing the table. Take the short piece of wire under here until it hits the bottom of the tool. Kink the wire back until the loop is centered over the wire. Like that. Now I'm going to take my bent chain nose pliers and hold on to my loop. Bring this wire down and push this wire up a little. Because I want this long piece of, I need to get my beads out of the way so y'all can see. I want this long piece of wire coming out of the middle of my loop, out of the center of my loop there. Now I'm going to take the short piece of wire and wrap it around the long piece of wire 3 times. I'm going to take my cutters, cut off my extra wire. Now I'm going to take a bead cap, and one of my 10mm beads, and a bead cap. Take my pliers and go to the very tip of the pliers. Bend the wire over at a 90-degree angle. Take my round nose pliers and put them in the crook of the bend. Round nose pliers facing me. And bend the wire back until it hits a bead. Rotate the pliers till they're facing the table. Take this piece of wire under until it hits the bottom of the tool. Kink the wire back until the loop is centered over the bead. I'm going to take my bent chain nose pliers and hold on to my loop. Bring this part down. Push this part up a little. I'm going to take my other pair of bent chain nose pliers and start to wrap. I'm going to wrap till there's no more room to wrap. Now I'm going to take my cutters and cut off my extra wire. And now I'm going to tuck in my little burrs, and I like to use my crimping pliers, the little half circles at the end there, to tuck in my burrs when I get done making my loop. And I always wait until I get the entire, making my link, and I always wait until I get the entire link made before I do this part. I just find it easier to have that bead to brace against when I'm tucking in my wires. So that's 2 of those. Now I'm going to do one of these others, and this is going to be a simple loop. And I'm not good at simple loops, but thankfully there's not many of them I'm going to have to make. So I'm going to put one of my 8mm beads on my eye pin. I'm going to zoom in a little. I guess I should have been zoomed in already, but I didn't. Now I'm going to take my pliers and I'm going to go a little bit above the bead so that I don't crack my bead. I'm going to bend the wire over, the pin over at a 90-degree angle. Take my cutters and cut off and leave about 1/4 of an inch of the pin. I'm going to take my round nose pliers. I'm going to go to the end of my pin here, make sure there's no wire sticking out here. And I'm going to start rolling back a loop. And I like to start down pretty far on the barrel. And then I go up to the tip and finish rolling my loop. And I usually have to take 2 pairs of pliers and straighten up my, twist my loops so that they're both facing the same way. Well, that just doesn't want to stay in my pliers. So I've got 2 of those now. So I'm going to do that with all these. I'll have 6 of the 8mm beads with simple loops, and I'll have 16 of the 10mm beads with wire wrap loops, and that was my whole strand. My whole strand had 16 on it. So when I get all that done, I'll be back and we'll start putting it together. So I'll be back. Okay, I've got all my links made, and I've connected a few of them here. I'm connecting them with 4mm jump rings, these. And I said I had 16 of the 10mm links and 6 of the 8mm. I'll have 14 for the necklace and 4 for the necklace. I've set 2 of each side for my earrings. So I'm going to connect another one of these links with a 4mm jump ring. Yep. That was clearly not where the slit was. I thought it was, but yeah, there we go. Just going to connect another one of my links here. So I've got 4 here, and now I'm going to do the link that I'm going to connect my clef note charm. It's going to be my pendant. So I'm going to, and this is an 8mm jump ring. So I'm going to connect it. I'm going to connect it to another one of these that's going to be on my other side of my necklace. And then I'm going to take a 6mm jump ring. This is one of the ones that came in the box. And I'm going to connect my little charm here with it. I was afraid a 4mm might not be big enough to go through there, so that's why I'm using the 6mm. So that's what I've got now. So I'm gonna connect 3 more of these 10mm links on this side, and then I'll come back and we'll connect the top part. So I'll be back. Okay, I've got 4 of my links connected on each side, and I just realized that the last 3 clips I did, my flash on my camera was on. So I know it looks weird. It looks kind of yellow, but I can't go. I don't want to go back and do all that over again. So I'm sorry that it looks weird. I've got it turned off now. I just don't know why I didn't notice that before, but for some reason my flash was on. I don't know how. I guess I hit the button and didn't know it. So now I'm going to take a 4mm jump ring. It's hard to find the slits in these jump rings. And I'm going to attach one of my 8mm beads. To this last link that I put on. And now I'm going to take a 6mm jump ring, and I've already got this one open because I had it opened and I was doing this when I realized my flash was on. And I don't like to open and close them anymore than I have to, because if you do that, the metal gets weak and it might break. This is a 6mm jump ring, and I'm attaching my link here with the 6mm jump ring for the same reason that I attach my charm that I'm using as a pendant, because I was afraid that a 4mm wouldn't go through this link. So I'm going to attach it there. And now I'm going to take another 6mm jump ring and attach another of my 8mm links to the top of it. And then now I'm going to attach 3 more of my 10mm jump rings with 3 more of my 10mm links with some 4mm jump rings. I just can't believe I did not notice that flash was on. I should have noticed the color was off, especially before I got all that done that I did. If y'all hear that, my cats are playing again. They're always playing and fighting and play fighting, and oftentimes Sandy, who is the youngest, wants to play and Lily's not really in the mood. Okay, so there's that side done, except of course for the chain. Now I'm going to finish this side just like this side, and then when I get that done, I'll come back and we'll put the chain and the rest of the findings on. So I'll be back. Okay, I've got all of it put together except for my chain. I've got some pieces of chain here. They're 2 inches long. All this came to about 17 inches, 17 and a half inches, something like that. So I've got a couple of inches of chain. And I'm going to take a 4mm jump ring. Try to find the slit in it. I can find these slits a whole lot better, except when I'm not on video. They come to me real quick, and then when I'm on video, it takes me forever to find them. And I don't drop nearly as many things when I'm not on video either. Fairly confident that there is a slit in this jump ring. Yeah, there it is. Now I'm going to take another 4mm jump ring. And attach my lobster clasp. Now I've got an 8mm jump ring that I'm going to put on this other side. And then I have another 2 inches of this same chain that I'm going to use as an extender. And now I'm going to take a 6mm jump ring and attach this little charm as a dangle on my extender chain. So that's my little dangle. And that's my necklace. So now for my earring, I've got the same components here that I made for my necklace. I've got the one with the 8mm with the simple loops, and the 10mm with a bead cap on each side and the wrap loops. But I'm going to twist my loops so that they'll face opposite for this, because I need them to face opposite so that my charm's going to hang right on my ear wire. So now I'm going to open this link on this simple loop and thread on my wrapped loop, close it back. And then I'm going to put one of these little charms on the bottom of it with a 6mm jump ring. And now I'm going to take my ear wire and open it up, thread on my earring, close it back. So there's my earring. So hold on, I'll make the other one and then I'll try to get everything all laid out and I'll be back. Okay, there's my necklace and pair of earrings made using some of the beads that came in the August 2025 curated bead box called Notes of Sepia. Again, I apologize that the majority of my video was weird looking because I had the flash on my camera. I'll try not to let that happen anymore. Like I said, if you're not subscribed to the Curated Bead Box and you decide you want to be, that coupon code will save you 35% off your first box if you sign up. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. I have a website where I sell my jewelry and some grab bags of extra beads that I have. It's Teresa's Handmade Jewelry, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below in case you're interested, along with a link to my Facebook, Instagram, and my email. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Take care.